During this week, we will talk about cloud data storage read array and erasure code. First, we talk about different read array. Read normally refers to a redundant array of independent disks. First, we talk about read 0. Read 0 is essentially has no redundancy. So all you need to do, you put two drives together and you just increase the capacity. If you have 1 terabyte drive here and 1 terabyte drive here, if you put the read 0 configuration, you will get a 2 terabytes drive. Read 1 is just duplications. You have 1 terabyte here, 1 terabyte here. You just copy the data here to here. So essentially, you store the disk 1 is the exact copy of disk 0. This is normally, it's very, very reliable, but not commonly used. Read 2, I will briefly talk about read 2, 3, and 4, but they are not normally used. Read 2 is a bit level, so that means you put the it's bit parity into as many as you want. You could you have 1, 2, 3, 4 drives at bit level parity. You put here. Here you have 3 parity drives. And also for read 3, you do the same things, but in the byte level. So that means the byte, 1 byte here, you put the parity here, you compute the parity of these 3 drives, I put the parity here. And read 4 is essentially, it's also the sector level. So that means you put, the read 2 is bit level, read 3 is byte level, and read 4 is the sector level. You put the parity here. So this drive is a parity drive. You compute the parity of the first 4 drives and put the parity here. The read 2, 3, 4 are not commonly used, so we will not talk about more. But read 5 is commonly used. That basically means also the one important thing about read 5 is that we do not have a parity drive. The reason for that is if you have a separate parity drive, then if you modify any data on one of these disk data drives, you have to modify the data on the parity drive. That means the parity drive will have more frequent read and write. That, of course, means the parity drive will have a high probability to fail because all the drive failure depends on how many times you read and write. In order to overcome this disadvantage, you shift the parity bits. So for first sector or first bytes, you put the parity on the last drive. For second bytes, you put the parity on the drive 4. And for third byte, you put the parity on the drive 3. So that basically means you shift the parity drives periodically, and that with high probability, that means every drive will have the same probability to be read and to be write. And that, of course, they will have the same probability to fail. We hope so. So for read array 5, we can correct 1 drive failures. If 1 drive fails, 1 hard drive fails, we still can recover the data. Read array 6 normally means we have 2 parity drives. We have P drive and Q drive. They are all the parity drives. And for read array 6, normally we can correct the 2 errors. That means if 2 drive fails, we can still recover the data. No matter which 2 drive, for all the combination of drive, if at most 2 drive fails, we can still compute the recover the entire data. And another one called read 10. Read 10 is not a new technology. It's just you first put the read 1 here and then put the read 0 here. So it's a compilation of read 1 and read 0. And okay, so that's all the discussion about the read array. Normally we have discussed read 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and read 1, 0. The commonly used technology is read 5 and read 6, and also sometimes read 10. But in next lecture, we will talk about details about read 6.